We've been at this for about 10 years now. We are a family-owned business where we roast nothing but 100% specialty grade Arabica. From day one, the best quality that we can source and find, and then roasting it without any adulteration. We get asked what our roasting style is, and it's basically, the coffee's done when it's done, the old chef's proverb. What I mean by that is we don't over roast or under roast. We try to roast coffees to where we feel that they, really blossom with flavor at their peak. We only roast specialty grade coffee. What specialty grade coffee is a gradation of coffee. Makes up about 8% of the world's coffee. Has strict guidelines and parameters that the coffee beans have to meet before they can go to market and before they're graded. We approach our roasting with our roasters, they're completely manual. There's no automation. We have to rely on our eyesight, our hearing, and our smell. Eyes on the fire and nose in the dryer. The dryer is where we sample the coffee. That's basically what it is. We don't rely on any type of automation, or what I mean by that is that computer control where we have profiles set where it hits a certain mark every time. That's cool. What we do here is a little more artisanal approach where we rely on our own senses. It takes a little bit longer to master that. Me and our other roaster, Kaylee Jones, we take pride in our palates and our noses to sniff out what we're trying to do every day.
I've always loved it. I started drinking coffee when I was like 13. I know our coffees really, really well. Nobody's ever tasted blueberry muffin out of their coffee, and I just like people learning that. I like experiencing that with them. Just being really knowledgeable about what we're trying to serve people. And probably a surprise or two about what you can actually taste when you're drinking good coffee.
Coffee is roasted when ordered, so we don't have just bins of roasted coffee sitting around. If you were a client of mine and you call me, I'm roasting that coffee that day. I'm a huge do-it-yourselfer. I got into brewing beer. We made our own wine too. Got into a little bit of distilling as well. You can see how this goes, and coffee was one of these things where simply I just couldn't find what I wanted in the stores. Started doing some research. My brother-in-law, Tony, we got an air popcorn popper, rewired it so that when you plugged it in, it would turn on, and then the on-off switch we used as a heat pulse. On top of that was a Campbell soup can and a thermocoupler to see the temperature. That's how it started. I'm not saying it was good the first few times, but quickly learned how to do it and started developing a palate. I happened to be a music teacher in the public schools at the same time. Other teachers in the school were like, man, where'd this coffee come from? This is delicious. Like, oh, I roasted that. You like that? And they're like, you roasted it? What? You mean like you ground the coffee? It's like, no. I got raw coffee and then I roasted it and now you're drinking it. It was a total foreign concept at the time because there wasn't really anybody here that was roasting coffee. I thought, maybe I got something here. So I scraped up my cash and I bought my first industrial roaster, bought 4 bags of specialty coffee from the same importer I still use today. It's a really great feeling. And it's a really great feeling of that I did it. Started from a popcorn popper and here we are now roasting, 1,500 pounds of coffee a week. We just kind of blew up. I'm Chad Morris and this is Picacho Coffee.